Three. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your host, Drake, B. Drake, with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast for the purpose. And this morning, this evening, this Sunday night, we're here with our Sunday Night Lives, where we have every Sunday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about our most recent episode. We talk to our community. We just get to know one another, what's going on, and just good chop it up, look, catch up. And I always talk about the most recent episodes of here on Everything Culture and what we got going on. And this week, well, we missed last Sunday, missed y'all. It was Super Bowl Sunday. This is All Star Weekend. I really don't care too much about All Star Weekend, but we had a good time. Shout out to my boy G Jack. Y'all know G Jack if you've been at A1 Day One. Shout out to my guy Mike, the barber, the Houston barber. Now we had a time at the Verizon Fan Fest. It was held at the Texans practice arena or practice whatever you call it. I want to say practice field, but what did you call it? Practice dome right near the NRG Stadium. That was awesome. Great. We did some running some routes and all that. I am sore. We were, being 35 plus, getting out there was a little, we I still got it, but it was a little irresponsible. I'm just let y'all know that right now. But great time was had. Good food, good drinks, good people there, great customer service. Can't complain. Okay. Um, and we talk, we'll be talking about the halftime show this Sunday since couldn't talk about it last Sunday. We're going to talk about it this Sunday. We're going to talk about some of the people's reactions. I want to talk a little bit about Elon Lon and his son coming to the White House. We'll discuss that just for a bit and just the nature of what we have going on. And we're going to talk about the most recent episode. Well, the weekend before that, we talked about just we had an episode called Shits and Giggles. And then we had this week's episode that we released, was it Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken? By The Wiz reimagining. If The Wiz 2025. Basically, if we had to not remake it, but make a sequel to The Wiz. And we're gonna talk about how I got to all that a little bit throughout this. But yeah, how are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? Is anybody in the chat on YouTube? I don't see them. What? Hold on. We almost at 1,000 on YouTube, y'all. We're at 993. What? Oh, I ain't checked in a while. Okay, that put a smile on my face. But how y'all doing? How y'all week been? How's Valentine's weekend coming along for y'all? And let me know what's happening. What's good with y'all? I hear everybody's muted, and that's okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. If y'all feel like being shy tonight, that's okay as well. I just want to make sure I did my check-in with y'all, make sure y'all feeling all right. Whew. Okay. Hey, BMD. Hey, baby. So it was chill for you. Okay, good, good, good. So let's see. Like this weekend, I'm trying to work it back. The weekend was great. We went to Chimichurri's, a nice little restaurant here in Humble, right off of Lake Houston. Delicious food. Then we went next door to a little, I think it was Locos something. Great drinks and things of that nature. So we had a good feel there. And then we followed up and went to Target, went to Target. Okay, I know we want to leave Target alone. But in this household, we go to Target. They the only place that have the detergent that we like. But we'll talk about that another time. Once again, last weekend we had a good time. Um, we talked about the episode Shits and Giggles. Shout out to my guy Shan. Oh, not my guy. Shout out to my guy Baylor. Shout out to my guy Shan. Hilarious time. Shout out to Pie Fam. Much love to them. Um, it's so unique. We asked the question that, and I was asking you, how many wipes do you use? What's the number of wipes that you have after using the restroom? Okay. It's truly a trick question. All right. It is just a trick question. The only answer should be like as many as it take. Boom. Straight like that. Okay. So I'm talking to you just like this. I asked the question during the episode, and one and only Shan answers with a number. And I'm like, as soon as she answers, I'm like, oh God, no. Now, this was an episode, sometime when as podcasters, and then we have a good relationship with one another too. Trail. We have a great relationship with one another too, which makes it unique. When some of the best conversations we have is off air. Okay, not on wax is what we say. All right. But as a podcaster, this is how we have to work. This way we put things out. I got to message you tonight. That's how we have to put things out, because what's the point of having these funny, great, inspiring, motivational, impactful conversations if we're not recording them, or it's an opportunity for y'all to hear it? You know what I mean? So I've gotten into the habit of just when we start, just hit record. Even our group chat be live every morning. Our group chat be going. Okay, to the point that I think we was going to start it. That Halo, we was going to start taking all our voice notes, because we be leaving voice notes for each other, like 5 minute voice notes back and forth. That it's like that it we have conversations, and it was like we may make an episode just off the voice notes because we just be chopping it up, having a great time. But I say all that to say this: it went from talking about people using the American culture, Black American culture to be specific, okay, then hurting themselves trying to mimic the culture, okay. Then it went to hygiene. It really didn't transition to hygiene. Then it transitioned to, base. It didn't trans. Then it transitioned of like, when should you throw away food? Okay, for Thanksgiving, because Shan was eating cheesecake that from Thanksgiving. It was in December. Okay, second week in December. But we listen and we judge here, and then we followed up with, y'all, these drive a time where you didn't make it to the toilet. Yeah, that's how it can happen with everything culture. So we did all that, and we brought it to where, man, I just can say we have a good time. I say, and the way the climate of the world and what's happening to everybody, yeah, we listen and we judge here. Yes, we absolutely do, and we persecute. But it's been so stressful in the world, so many crazy things happening, from politics to health to family, the expenses, you name it. Main thing we've been doing is praying. And I say, that episode there, I'm gonna release it because we need to laugh. We just need to enjoy one another and have a good time and appreciate the space that we create for one another. Hey, Ava. But yeah, so that's what brought that to be. And then boom, Super Bowl hit. And whew, let me tell you, Kansas City, I didn't care who won, honestly. I just wanted to see the Super Bowl halftime show. I enjoyed the show. If you listen to the episode of, that we've done, you should know. And just quick check in. Can I get a thumbs up or raise a hand, notes? Have everyone been able to listen to the episode this week? Okay, we got a thumbs up. We got a yep. Okay, only the beginning. Okay, okay. We rolling, we rolling. The drink is hitting. This is Johnny Walker, as well as Johnny Walker, and what's this? Ginger beer is hitting hard. Well, hey, that's the point. Okay, seem like if you have thoughts, and I may not like them, come over here to Zoom, express your thoughts and feelings and expression. It's not if I like them or not. It's we're conversing about that. Okay, it's how we do it. It's a conversation. It's all love. We family, ain't we? People been on my other spaces. I finally had something pop up. Y'all on Lemonade? I finally had something roll on Lemonade. and people talking about it. I listen and I do judge. I did say that. You're right. You're 100% correct. But I still love you. I still love you. Hey, Lilo, come join the Zoom, Lilo. You feel me? That's the thing. I'm gonna segue for a little bit. Segue for a little bit. Y'all remember the woman, the sister that went over to, was it Pakistan or somewhere right there? She went over cross seas looking for a boyfriend. Okay, okay. And she was over there saying, y'all need to, send me a certain amount of money. She didn't want to leave the dude. They tried to send her back to America. This was like a week or two ago, maybe a week ago. How you know how things go by so fast? And everybody hyping her up like, go girl. She's arrested now in jail overseas. That's one of my biggest fears going. I don't want to go to jail, period. But I damn sure don't want to go to jail in another country. But it just got to me thinking, a lot of us don't believe fat meat greasing, you know? I heard about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's just how we reacted to a lot of it. It was some people making sense of it, but how we reacted to it. But just being mindful, I like my G.
She went to jail here.
No, she went to jail in a different country
Oh,
because they offered her to come back to America, and to my understanding, she declined it. Then I thought she accepted it, but once again, all these things could be speculation. But
yeah, but
allegedly,
the scary part about that to me is um clearly there's possibly some mental.
it
Um,
is. It is.
and the scary part is if she's in another country, will she receive treatment for that or consideration for that
In Dubai,
there?
that's what she
So
is. She
yeah.
Dubai.
So
Yes.
it's scary to me in that regard.
No, I would agree with you. And when I say people don't believe fat meat greasy, I'm not talking specifically about her either. I want to be clear about that. I'm talking about the amount of people that is hyping it up and making it seem like this is a good idea. To just leave with no plan and chasing a man at that too. Can I be specific? Chasing a man that was a teenager. He was like 17, 18, 19. It, but once again, with the mental, people are chasing and believing and hyping up someone with mental illness making a decision that's not in the best interest of them. And I'm like, y'all are not thinking about this. This is serious. This is sad. I know we can make a joke about anything. I have extremely dark humor, but I know when it's like, okay, this is something we shouldn't play because some people will actually do it. She's not getting anything like that over there. It's entertainment for them and a consequence for her. Bingo, low. Bingo. But yeah, and that's all I said earlier. We got our man. We got the quote unquote leader of the so-called free world that has a man. That whole I only watched like maybe 3-4 minutes of the Elon and Trump interaction, having a random person doing a press conference in the president's overall in the Oval Office, which is wild to me. That honestly, and when we ain't keep this thing on the low, because to me this feels low, but it feels like, and not our low, just LOW low. It's like, are we seeing the same thing that everybody should be? Y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Like that our country feel like it's been sold out. Like we knew it could happen. Especially shout out to the 92%. And what was the black man, 67% or something like that? I don't know. I can't 73%. I can't remember. But we all knew it could happen. But just to see that interaction is wild. The diaper, man. But everything you said right there, Lo, it's just, what do we think is going to happen? I've been, I know it's a bit overwhelming to talking about. I know, Trill, I know. And that's why I've been trying to keep things light because usually I'm the person I may be bringing some negative. Not even to say negativity is real, but it's just so like we should have more sense in this, y'all. We should really have an understanding of how our government should work. And oh, hey, put it in. Tanya with the t-shirts. 92% of t-shirts coming soon. Hey, she the people. I got something to send her soon too. My family in military, bad and it's tense. I mean, I can't say everything I want to say right now while we streaming, but it's a very uncomfortable feeling. Even if that wasn't, because listen, me knowing how domestic violence and interpartner violence and how what control looks like, that man Trump looked like he looked like he want to say something but can't. I know when somebody got their thumb on your back or your their foot on your neck. That's what it looks like. Like you want to speak up and say nothing, but you bet not. So let me just get this up. And we just as a citizen, we got to get this stuff out. How like if y'all if the people who say they love this country so much are the patriots that they say they are, why are you comfortable with this?
Because they voted them in. That's the sad part. Those that a lot of them that voted him in will not concede to the fact that they put this into motion.
Mm,
One of the things that, and this is very simple, is I saw a video someone pointed out how, in the White House, there's a certain dress code,
yeah.
especially in the Oval Office.
Yes.
And they pointed out how that particular person, he's just like, you know what? I'm not listening to y'all rules. I'm doing what I want to do. And that's basically what has been set in motion with everything with him, pretty much. Is I'm gonna do what I want to do. That particular person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Disrespect.
yeah, right. That there's no respect there for
Yeah.
this White House, really honestly, the United States of America. I'm just, and then
Hmm.
to end up with $300 million in contracts, federal contracts.
Mm. How quickly we can be bought out.
And
Mm-mm.
my heart, I absolutely love her, Daphne Crockett, because she's kind of been on their necks, but she can't do it by herself.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I be talking about the Wiz. Like, take me to a fairy tale, fictional space where we can just celebrate and just, get out of here. You know what I mean, Trill? You know what I mean? I'm like, goodness. Because I just want you to know this, y'all, this is crazy. This is legit crazy. And it's not, I've watched a lot of dystopian films and shows and things of that nature. Like, gosh, oh, Oz is just oppression with toys. Yeah, I know. I know. But I'd rather see something wild and crazy. Listen, I don't know. Because we started talking about Wiz. The Wiz is scary as shit. But overall, it's just like, man. Uh, mm, mm, mm. But yeah, it's just something I've just been mindful on and I've just been cautious about. But don't it's like I was having a conversation with wifey. It was like I'm getting to that point that I want to talk about it. It's not that I don't see it. It's not saying I don't recognize it. It's just like, phew, goodness. I've been watching a lot of good shows recently. We can get into that tonight too. I'm gonna do some TikToks. I think I talked about Sly. Is it Sly's Alive or Sly's? Was it? Oh my gosh, what is it? Slide, now Slide and Family Stone. Why do y'all? What? Hey, Yuri Butler, why do y'all tell me Sly Stone or Slide and the Family Stone was like it was a mixed group? Why do y'all tell me that?
You didn't know that?
No, I thought that was all black.
Really?
My question is, why would you think that?
Sly lives because anytime I saw an album cover with Sly, they were all black.
Because Sly is in the front. They had the black people in the front. The white folks was in the back. But it was a 70s group. And back then, you could not have gotten as far as Sly got without a little unmelanated members.
True. And that's a lot of them from back then too. Low, like just like you said in the 70s, that was a lot of the group.
Yeah, the sevens were good for mixed group. What man? Have y'all watched the documentary or whatever you want to call it yet?
I grew up in Sly age. I don't need to watch that
Oh, yeah.
documentary.
Oh, okay, Lo. Okay, excuse me.
My
Well,
family,
Lo has spoken for us.
Exactly. So, I love music. And I like Sly too. I always think about this. I'm gonna bring this. I meant to make a video about it. I would tell you about when I was in training and we had to go around and say what are some of the biggest accomplishments in life. And it was one of the women in the class was like, I used to date Sly Stone. Like that's my biggest thing ever. I like you put that's the biggest thing you
she
ever done.
did not, first of all, she did not date him. She slept with him.
Hey, low. I didn't say it. You said what I thought it, and I was like,
And see, that's why I am not fit for corporate America, because I would just be right there talking about just call a thing a thing.
I
You
was like, where the
slept with
pictures
him.
at? Where the pictures at?
and I
No,
was
I
like,
don't need
oh
no
shoot,
pictures because back
No,
then, Sly Stone was the God, Richard Dawson of the music world. If he kissed it, he fucked it.
we on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
But when I saw the thing,
about
I
who
was
I
hoping.
kissed, because
Listen, look, I wanted to see her in this documentary because I could look because she's a pretty woman. She's a very pretty woman. But I'm like, man, and I want to say which Sly did you date too? Like, if that was the case, and what era, like what year? You got to hear me because I want to talk about that tonight. We may not make it to the stream, but but I want to bring that back up because man, it was a very good documentary, or how do you say biopic, and it's called Sly Lives. And but the way they talk, spoilers, well, not for Lo and Tanya, but the way they speak about him, he got married in '75, so it was after that. I thought he was married twice.
He
Either
was
way,
married several times.
yeah, that's what I say. He was one. Listen,
Mhm.
by Sly, I did not know. Okay,
Mhm.
Sly didn't cross over. He was already over.
Mhm.
Honestly, that was the thing. He was already over, and he came in already with the mixed connection because he was born in Denton, Texas. During the Great Migration, he went over like he was like 3, 4, 6 months old. Then he went to San Francisco, was raised over there at looked like a predominantly white school, and he looked like a goth kid in the 50s. Okay. Cause he had like the fully perm and swipe. He had like the goth swoop. Okay. He didn't have like the perm like James Brown and them had. He had like a different type of perm. Okay. So you can tell he was different, So like in the 60s in high school or so, he was great at music. He played every instrument, but he was doing groups with white guys and white folks and even women at that too. And he said this coming from his mouth. He did an interview like in the '70s, I believe, or the '80s, that he had to throw paws with black folks because the black peers would try to shame him for doing work with white folks. And then he had to explain to him, this is how we get us together. So he was already on like everything culture. Like, once again, everything culture different. Cause we'll talk about it. If you know us, you know us. But the thing is, I was like, Rock, where you coming from? But he was going through an identity crisis through his career. And right when he started to like seeing like what he cool, he locked in with people. He thought he was locked in with them folks. And soon as he started doing the pro black stuff, boy, when they started the rain down on him, and then when they rain down on him, he trying to go to the black folks, and black folks are like, we can't support you like that. We want to. So he tried to go back to the white folks, and the white folks made him do every shuck and jive thing you can think of. And man, do they put those two and they ruin them? You can say two things, but one thing specifically.
They money.
I'm close.
With me is my
Yeah,
money, my kids, and my parents. Everything else I can't control.
Jay said the two things, and CJ said the one that I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. But he was on. But he came up in a certain era when it was like, well, it was that horse was hitting. That
He
he
was
would
riding a Trojan.
man. He was with the remember he opened for y'all don't know if you didn't know he opened for Woodstock, a black man, and he with that PCP Johnson. Okay, LSD. All right, all them things that he got hit with that, man. And listen, I'm gonna say this, and we could go to the Wiz. We could start chopping up about the sequel to
They
the
say
Wiz.
birds of a feather flock together, and you know who his homie was?
George Clinton
and Richard Pryor. And what
Hold
was
on.
they both into?
He had a group. George Clinton, man, this is what they said. They started a group. Man, I would love to find this album. Whatever song that the Lost Tapes, I would love to listen to it. I know either it could be some straight bullshit, or some straight fire. He had a group with George Clinton. Oh my God, the guy that was in James Brown that he used to get James Brown to get into it all the time. Not Maceo, not Bootsy, but the other one. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the name. Hold on. It's a
James
great
Brown
musician.
argued with everybody who was against what he wanted to do.
True, but oh my God, what's the name of them? Okay, it was George Clinton, Ike Turner, and Bobby Womack.
The womanizing, best friend stealing wife.
And substances all around. Man, I'm still a big Bobby Womack was a bad man, but Bobby Womack was a horrible man. This was like,
well, here's the funny thing. Everything that Bobby Womack did to all those around him got done right back to him.
Yes. Man, did you watch his TV1, his
and I laughed my whole way through.
Stop, Lo. Stop.
I laughed because I like to see karma come back and thrice.
Man, karma came back on him like, gosh. When he
Not only did you steal that man's wife, you slept with his daughter, got her pregnant.
Yes.
Come on now. You just went through the family like syphilis.
Yeah, he did. He was shit. And
Wore
made
his
a song
suit to a funeral.
and made a song about it.
Wore his suit to the funeral. That was the ultimate disrespect.
And then the wife was fighting for him too. He talked about all this. But when
he fight your daughter for a man.
You know, it would work on me.
Yeah,
but
I know.
It happens, unfortunately, a lot more than y'all think. We'll get back to that, y'all. We'll get back to that.
But we digress. We done went totally off the subject.
Yes. But let's talk about, we're going to give about 5 time. Yeah, we'll give about 5 minutes. Hey, Court, if you watched the episode, what did y'all think? How did y'all feel? What are your thoughts? And if y'all haven't watched it, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit because y'all need to go back and watch it. Like, share, support. Thank you. All right. The thing is, think about this. Think about when I was watching the Super Bowl halftime show. Shout out to Kendrick. You did a great job, young man. I'm calling him young man. We the same age. Great job. Loved it. Sitting next to my best friend, right when it was over, he was like, I wish Lil Wayne would have did it. Shut your ass. Gosh, I knew that. But, whatever. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that off live. Well, off stream. The thing was, I saw a lot of symbolism. I saw it, but I knew it was gonna be a lot more when we'll be able to sit. Nick, don't say that. Don't say that, Nick. Don't say that. I don't believe you. But what he was saying and what he was representing was beautiful. Okay. The sound could have been a little bit better, but I ain't tripping about the sound. But while watching this, I was like, damn. thinking back over it and everything, I like, man, this remind me of the Wiz, man. If you remember the Wiz, like, everywhere you went and how he made that man was moving around. It was every scene they went to, like a different part, had new music, a new style, a new feel. You feel me? And it was super black. And I like, damn, if they had to do a Wiz, like, I don't want a remake, but a sequel to the Wiz, what would that look like? So I was chopping up with I was chopping up the wifey. I was chopping it up with my people, CJ. Okay, we just picking each other right, and we talked about who would direct it, and who would be only Dorothy, who would be the Scarecrow, who would be the Tin Man, who would be the Lion, who would be Auntie M. And my thing was, if it's a sequel, how do we? I was thinking have Dorothy to be the new Auntie M. Okay, and she gonna have her niece and nephew that she took in. They may be dealing with depression, anxiety. We have names for these things now. And it's not feeling well. Now it's doing space. It's uncomfortable in the world that they are in. Now I say they, 'cause I don't know if we want to have a boy or a girl or they or them, whoever. And they're trying to figure it out. And let's say they go down somewhere and they get sucked up and in a PG way and goes to Oz. Okay, we can work out all the schematics for everything, but they get taken to Oz. All right, and Oz looks, man, Oz and change for the good and for the worse, certain parts. So it's like showing like the Oz represented the 70s. Oz, the original Wiz represented the 70s, and the sequel is going to represent like the 2020s. What does black culture look like now? What is the blackness, what we're wearing, the dress, the style, the feel, the music, the culture right now? And I like, man, I will see. We talked about maybe Chris Brown. I said Kendrick, but Chris Brown and Kendrick being the Scarecrow. We talked about. I want to make sure we have the. It was a lot of stereotype. I want a dark skinned protagonist. Okay, I want a light skinned Eveline. I kept calling it Eveline, but Eveline. I want to see. I said Lotto. I want to see even. I want Lotto to be the antagonist in this. I don't know why I said Lotto. I just feel like Lotto would play a bad character. Okay. You know who else I was thinking is the line? Y'all know Titus. Y'all know Titus. I can't think of his their last name. Um, he used to be one shot. I can't think of it. Titus Burgess. Thank you. Titus. I think Titus would be a good line too. Okay. But I said, what's my boy name? Dang. Jonathan Majors. And somebody like take Jonathan Majors out. Y'all gotta let it go. I don't know why y'all hate Jonathan Majors. I don't know why. Y'all better start having some grace for each other. But and when he didn't even do shit. But case in point, um Lakeith Stanfield is a 10 man. I know some people. Christian. I know Christian. I know Christian. I know. Oh, Christian Williams. That's what I'm talking about. Christian Williams. And I said, well, Lakeith, well, we're gonna be talking about this. So, let me see on you. Anybody on YouTube right now? You like the Wiz Butler? Oh, they sucked up in the PG way. Hey, 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 Shauna. Hey, friend. But yeah, we about to hop off. I said I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. We about to go on the private conversation. But my main thing with the Wiz, we may talk about it again, may make some more. But I've been trying to tag these people. I would love to see the Wiz. I would love to see a sequel to the Wiz in our age and our time, and how we're operating and how things see and how the fit and how we're dressed. Because you remember that, like, I love how they had the scene where they were like at the very beginning and all the kids start ran out. Hey, Ladybug, it's going. And how they step out and they, strolling down and they all the kids dance. That was a scary part when the people who stuck on the wall and they come out jigging and all that. Man, can you imagine like how they had it in the Say Now with look, if Kendrick be the director and who was the director that you shared, CJ? Let me think. Let me think. Oh my God, I can't. The guy who directed Sorry to Bother You and They Clone Tyrone. I don't because the Boots Riley, is that their name? That's not their name. Haley Lowe. But I want people to step out like, man. Then when they're scrolling out the when they actually hold on when they actually made it to all like was it the city, when they got to the end of the golden the with the golden brick road or whatever, and they stepping out in they best and they change what would that who what was that represent? Who would be the good witch? Who would be the Glinda? Who I want to know what would I just look like? And the thing is, even though we have the main part, we will have so many different cameos from us. Boost did Sorry to Bother You. What was the other guy name? Who did Jewel Taylor? I thought he did the same one. Huh. So I say all that to say this. Still, maybe one or two. We can have three different directors. I don't care. I want to make sure it's gonna be kind of creepy, a little unsettling, because Wiz was a little unsettling. I don't care what you say. If you was a little kid watching The Wiz and you was comfortable with The Wiz, straight up, you may need you. You see chalk, but I don't know, crayons or something because that movie was like, ooh, why am I watching this? Like, but it was a good film, and older you become, it is truly a classic within our culture. So, and seeing it now, and everybody, and before people get started, I know when we get off this, people get off mute, people get their cameras going. I just want to say this: you can't get mad. Hey, love, what was it? Love's Jay's World. How you doing? I want to make sure it's clear. You can't say I hate when people remake or reimagine films when The Wiz itself is a reimagining of a film, of a story. We're just doing a sequel to it. How's Dorothy doing now? How's the Land of Oz doing? Did another Wiz come into place? Is it like because the Wiz got exposed to my understanding, if I can remember if I can remember correctly. Thank you for the follow. So who is anybody in charge? You know, what's going on? What's going on? But yeah, other than that, man, once again, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for the subscription. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank you for this fun live we've had tonight. Make sure you like, share, and comment on any of our episodes. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you want to see more of and things of that nature. New episode will be dropping this Tuesday. Yes, Lord. I'm excited about this too, but I'm excited about all the episodes. But we appreciate all the support. If you want to go to everythingculture.com and hit that PayPal, we'd love if you did so. If you want to support it any other type of way, we greatly appreciate it as well. But as always, I'm Drake B. Drake with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast with a purpose. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin King Jr., which is he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because of segregation. And because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So we created this podcast on the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency so we can get to know each other, so we can love one another. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. God bless and peace. Y'all don't say nothing yet because we still live. How do I usually stop the live?